Hey, this is GANO Tiffany.
We're gonna get about 2 minutes at this time. Share, guys. Let the world know we have an amazing story, and it gives a lot of courage for people to share some of their personal stories, guys. And it's very important that we're not going to be able to get, Gano Tiffany all the time. And there's a lot of people right now, especially in this time, and we're laughing, we're having a good time, we're having fun, but there's some serious issues going on in our world today. And a lot of the things are traveling through social media that I've been actually seeing, and that it's really scary. And one thing I remember was Gano Tiffany's testimonial and how, if she's going to share that, we're not going to go into it, we're going to allow her to share that, but depression, certain issues, from the outside, I used to see Gano Tiffany, dazzle and dazzle, but never what you thought. She was.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
An amazing man, a coach, a man that in these hospitals, while going right now, and I'm trying to see the outfit. Mr. Johnson, I can't really vision you like I'm trying to. That's our still man. That's our still man. Is that a Dallas Cowboy jersey? Man. So, Mr. Earl Johnson, thank you for being here with us tonight. And, before we bring up Gano Tiffany, I know you've been doing a lot of research as a pastor, as a father, a husband, a businessman, and you see so much, you motivate so many. Break down a little bit of the science about what we have before we bring up this Gano Tiffany so she can share her amazing story.
Absolutely. Are you able to hear me? Okay, awesome. So if I can just kind of run through some things very quickly. First of all, I just want to give it up to our amazing leader, Paul who is just an amazing man. And it's all about helping people win. And I never want to miss an opportunity to let everybody know how great of a leader that we have in this situation. One of the things that I would say is that if I could just take one One of the other things is fatigue. We talk about depression. Symptomatic is fatigue. Everybody doesn't experience the same things when they talk about signs of depression. I'm not a depression expert, but in reading and looking, one of the things is fatigue. You look at our contact Ali, you look at our other products, it helps people get up, start moving. And when people start moving, you find that you feel less depressed. You definitely got more time. Sleep. Again, back to our basic needs. Depression, people stand up, they got anxiety. Our RT is absolutely amazing for people to come to a state of being calm, helps them rest, helps them sleep. But we've definitely got something that's very strong in our hands. Let's just talk about, let me just kind of move forward because I don't want to take too much time. But I'd love to talk about the benefits of reading mushrooms. The number one benefit of reading mushrooms is that it boosts the immune system. You may have heard that there is a global pandemic going on right now, and one of the things that's very important, the best thing that we can do is be able to boost our immune system. So what we've got in our hands actually does help to put you in a better state in terms of even fighting whatever is going on off, right? Talking about disease, this heat, and again, our product actually brings you to a point of your body being in because it brings your body back into balance. So it helps build the immune system. You know that it does have anti-cancer properties, right? These are documented things. And really quickly, I'm getting these facts from healthline.com. These are not things that I'm just saying or making up. So I'm stating the source of what we're doing. We don't make medical claims, but we've got the most documented herb in the world. That's just what it is. Okay, and then here's the thing. Now, it says that it can help fight off fatigue and depression. That's one of the main benefits of the reishi mushroom is it helps to fight off fatigue, right? And you know that we've got people on this team, people on this line that have other things that they diagnosed it and called it something else, but at the end of the day, they are chronically fatigued and they have their own story about how this product has actually helped them be able to get their life back, help them be able to move, help them be able to navigate life. So fatigue, depression, is one of the things that it absolutely does help. If ever people need to get a better state of well-being, it's now. Lessen anxiety. This is one of the things, again, I'm quoting a respected source here. They're saying that what we've got in our hands actually helps people to lessen anxiety. So I don't want to go on and on, but it also helps with heart health. It also helps to control the sugar level. It also definitely helps in terms of the antioxidant status. So the bottom line is this, right? Nothing new, but your health is your wealth. And if you do what it takes to put your body in a healthy state, right? The mind, or actually the body, right, is garbage in, garbage out. But also, it is if you put good things into your body, then you putting yourself in a state where the body can be what it's intended to be. The body is the miracle, and the body is you give it what the fuel that it needs to be able to properly function. It has the ability to heal itself. It has the ability to fight off. It has the ability to fight off even guess what? You got proper nutrition already. You're already feeling better. You're already in a better place. So effects of anti-aging is you will have suicidal thoughts. That is absolutely amazing if you didn't think about it. So again, I don't want to go on and on, but we've got something in our hands. If you're looking at this opportunity at all, you're looking at something to try. We have something that's called an adaptogen. It's absolutely amazing. Goes into the body, finds out where the deficiencies are, and basically goes ahead and provides nutrition on a cellular level, and so the body begins to heal and repair itself. So we've got something, and love to share it with you. Get back with the person that invited you to this call. Let them know that you're ready to get started. I'm sick and tired of you, sick and tired, and we got something special. Mr. Wiggins, you got the
Well, you know what? Thank you so much, for all you do. And just we wanted to kind of give a brief understanding of Karen, because this lady I'm about to bring up right now is a super rock star. The energy that this lady possesses is so infectious, it's unreal. How many people think around people with energy, and if the energy isn't good, it sucks you dry. If the energy's great, it lifts you up. But if they're flat, they're just flat out flat. And whenever I see Gano Tiffany, man, she is on the move, she's moving fast, she's on a mission, and she's ready to help so many people. And let me share with you why. Because, not the money, it's because of what she has experienced with these amazing products. You guys, as we get older, our body starts to tell us, we need something. It's up to us to listen. We need something. And she has found, holy crap, she has found what she needed, what was missing in her life, what was missing in her body. And she's here to share with you a very personal story. Because she come to realize that God allowed her to have that story to help other people. And so many people out there with stories. But when you hear this story, when Gano Tiffany takes the forward and shares with you what she experienced, not only is it going to help you, but it's going to help so many other people. So I would love to bring up my business partner, a woman that I truly look up to, a woman that I appreciate. Dearly, Miss Gano Tiffany, are you there?
Hi, this is Gano Tiffany in the house. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me? Okay, this is Gano Tiffany in the house. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you so much, James, for inviting me. It's always my pleasure to help somebody out. And you guys know my mission, and that is to help every single person that's out there struggling with some mental issues, mental health issues, what they call it, 5150. That's not a laughing, it's not a laughing matter. I can easily smile now that I'm out of that gray cloud. And I hope I gave everybody a shout out. I want y'all to know I'm really happy to be here with you, team. I'm here in StreamYard, so I can't see your guys' faces. Money Boy over there, just a smiling. I'm sure he is. He's always smiling. Money Boy, you got to show me how to work multiple streams here, but I'm going to do the best I can, you guys. So let's get right into my story, okay? So, James, he's a money motivated man. He's a family man, but that money, that make him click, okay? And we got a great team here because James is the money part of my business. I don't have to do everything myself, okay? So all I got to do is have my extraordinary story, and there's a team behind me that can help fill in the gaps of the things that I don't know. So that's what we have going on here. And we're all just, you know, making do with what we got here. And that is the online world. We want to get out to the world that we care. We care. And we got something great here. So now back to my story. Okay, listen. I was in a dark place, a super dark place. I was in a place so dark, not even my own mama could reach me. Not my mama, not my daddy, not my sisters, all my loved ones, all my favorite friends. Nobody could reach me. And I don't know exactly what it was. There were some doctors trying to diagnose me with different issues, but nobody really could pinpoint what exactly was going on with me. So they diagnosed me with, I believe at the time, depression with anxiety. Okay. So they had gave me pills for depression and anxiety to try to help me get through this blue-gray time. And how I even got to the doctors was my parents, my family was tired of dealing with me. Okay. I was crying for 9 months straight. When I say 9 months straight, every single day I cried. I must have cried a river, y'all. You know, that song, they be like, cry me a river. I promise you, I must have cried a river. I got everybody wet. Okay. Everybody got some tears on them during this time. All right. And so when I got on this medicine, I was already in a hopeless place. All right. I was in between my second and my third son. So it could have been some postpartum. It could have been a parasite that got in my stomach. It could have been just lack of nutrition. But also I was on high blood pressure medicine. So with the high blood pressure medicine and with this depression medicine, I don't know if they interacted with each other. I have no idea. All I know is I was crying for 9 months and tried to take some medication. And when I took the medication, now I was already on the high blood, not doing well with that, not well at all. They couldn't regulate it. And they kept switching my pills. They kept saying, well, that one don't work. Let's get this one. So currently I was on 2 pills of the high blood. Then now they prescribe me psych meds. Okay. And once they gave me the psych meds, I went from hopeless, sad, blue to I'm about to jump out the building. Y'all can't understand what it feels like to jump out of, to even think about, to even visualize jumping out of a building. That is not a good place to be. Okay. And I saw a video today. A man jumped out the building, and we're going to have a whole bunch more of people jumping out buildings. Stress, low nutrition. Okay. Coronavirus. Who knows? There's people stressed the hell out. And that's where I was. That stress had me ready to jump off a freaking building. It told me to cut my wrist. Couldn't do that because I don't like pain. Ain't putting nothing sharp on me. It told me, hey, look into, doing it this way. And I was like, nah, I don't think I can do it like that. But the pill had me looking at tall buildings. Okay. Now that one ain't tall enough. You need to get taller. And I would drive around and look for a tall building. And each and every time I was having to talk myself out of going to the top floor and doing it. Okay. Them psych meds. And I'm not telling nobody not to take your psych meds, but them psych meds had me in a terrible place. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to get out. Okay. So let's fast forward to GANO. I go into a barbershop, y'all. James, do you feel me on where I was at? Do you understand where I was at? I can't even see y'all. I can't hear nothing. I can't see nothing. Okay, all right. I want to make sure y'all hearing me and be up to date. All right, so look, I was in that dark place, and I went into a barbershop. And in that barbershop on a table, they had the Tunkat Ali, they had classic, they had all kinds of sachets right there on the table. And the guy, the owner of the shop said, try this. And if he had said it was coffee, probably I would not have tried it because coffee, I was one of them people, coffee did not set well with my body. Coffee made me anxious. Coffee made me get the runs. Coffee made me feel like I couldn't breathe from the anxiety. And I'm sure it's because of the condition I already have. But I couldn't drink coffee prior to this. So the man said, Try this. Just, it ain't coffee. Just try it. So I mixed up the Tonkat Ali and I drank it. And from that moment on, my perspective in life has changed. It was from, I want to jump off a building to, wow. It was like a whole new lens. It was like what people talk about when they get on, you know, these things out here in the streets, you know, stuff that may not be legal. I mean, I just felt euphoric. I felt limitless. It felt like I took a limitless pill. You guys seen the movie. I mean, it seemed like my whole life flashed in front of me with that one cup. Now, again, Ganoderma is going to meet you in your cells. So I'm sure some of all of that medicine stored up in my cells, maybe that's where the euphoric came from. I don't know. But all I know, cup after cup after cup after cup, I just kept feeling more and more happy. I kept feeling more and more optimistic. I kept feeling like nothing could stop me now. And now fast forward where I'm at now, I had a whole nother baby out of all this. Can you believe it? From jumping off a building to now I got another child. I got 3 of them now. So I just want to thank the GANO EXCEL system. I want to thank Mr. Liao Soon Singh for developing this perfect system to be able to get the Ganoderma root inside us. And I just want to thank y'all for being part of the team and us working together to help these people, because there's a lot of people in a bad place and they just need somebody to say, try this. Like somebody said with me, I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for Tonkat Ali. Now, I'm not saying it healed me, but all I know is I look like this now. And it wasn't that long ago that I wanted to jump off a building. So that's my story. I want to thank you guys so much for listening in. James, you there?
Tiffany, please unmute yourself. You know, give her a minute or two. Please.
I love your story, Tiffany. Back in 2006, not a lot of people know this about me. I try to keep it. I know about depression myself. 2006, I was dating a girl that got me addicted to crystal meth. Coming down from crystal meth, went over to my parents' house, and at that time my ex called me and told me, "You're never gonna see your son again," and I lost it. My mom said that I pushed her and knocked her down, and then I went into her kitchen and grabbed 2 of her Ginsu knives, and I was gonna plunge them into me. So yeah, I know about depression, Tiffany. I'm right there with you.
You about to make me cry, my brother.
I fight it on a daily basis because not a lot of people know my backstory as well. I don't do the motivational videos to be recognized or to be like, oh my God,
Right.
look at what he's doing. I'm doing it because I've lived it. And if this is your first time watching these videos, these aren't stories we made up, people. These are stories of the stuff that we've actually lived through.
Yeah.
You know, back in 2017, I lost my grandfather, I lost my grandmother, I lost my car, I lost my job, I lost one of my ex-girlfriends who had slept with another guy the same night she broke up with me. Got engaged 2 weeks later, moved to Oregon 6 months later. I mean, I fell back into depression again. Didn't know if I was going to come out of it that time. And all I could think about was wanting to kill myself. So, yes, folks, this product does work because God made Mr. Liao Soon Singh for this reason. I see the vision. I love the product. And it works. It helps. I drink the hot chocolate every day, and I drink the hazelnut coffee every day, the classic to lower my blood sugars. But I guarantee you, folks, these are not just stories we're making up. These are things that we have lived through. And Tiffany, you made me cry tonight.
Did I really?
Yeah, I love you, and I love this team. I love Mr. James Boss. I quit Wiggins. You guys are awesome. You guys have kept me going because I would have quit by now.
I'm sorry to hear that, my brother. I'm so sorry to hear that. I didn't even know your story. I didn't know your background story. And that's why I'm glad I can be here, because, you know, I don't care about all that, you know, looking good to everybody, because shoot, I really don't deserve to be here the way I was thinking, you know. So if I can, you know, touch somebody in a real way and maybe make them feel like that teenage self, that anything is possible. Man, I love sharing the story for that fact, that I could maybe possibly encourage somebody to believe again. That's what the tongue cat Ali, man. It made me feel like life is worth living again, just with one cup.
And you know what? When me and Micah first started dating, I thought she was throwing out that Tomcat Alley for a reason. I love y'all guys, my Gano family.
And you know what? I little saying, thank you, because it really helps me know where you're coming from, you know, as well. You know, we're all in business together, and really it's none of my business where you're coming from. But at the same time, you know, you kind of want to know who you're in business with and how you can really help each other and what really motivates you to move. And I never knew that about you. I've known you for a very long time.
I would say this, guys. I would say this. Have somebody quit on you and watch how much motivation you get. Have somebody walk out your life and watch how much motivation you get. Because I was told, you know what? Be thankful that person walked out of your life. Be thankful that person turned around and said goodbye, because obviously they weren't strong enough to stay in your life. And I tell people nowadays, don't come in my life broke and choose to be broke. You chose to be broke because you wanted to stay broke. I ain't trying to stay broke. So if you hungry, you get this. Let's do it.
All in, brother. All in.
Well, guys, each testimonial is, you know, something that someone needs to hear. And it's definitely a blessing that y'all found something that can basically allow y'all to still be there to give that testimonial, because a lot of times people don't come out of it and they take their own lives for whatever reason. And, you know, we can never understand it, but for somebody to go through it and to be able to have something that has helped them to overcome that feeling is definitely a blessing. And continue to share your stories, because there's so many people out here that suffer, and so many people that suffer in silence because they're ashamed of what they have going on. So for me, this is my cup of hope, and that's why I'm so inspired by what this does for me and so many others, because we all got a story to tell. But a lot of us run around here, we won't say anything but shame or ridicule. But with this product and the way that it makes me feel, the way that it's giving me my life back, and to hear Tiffany and Lil Saint and everybody else, you know, just share their experience of what this product has done for them in their lives, it just fills my heart, you know. And I know Mr. Layout was put here for a purpose, and I truly believe that purpose was to help us be able to balance out our lives with this miracle earth, you know, because a lot of times we get so wrapped up in life, and sometimes we forget about ourselves and loving ourselves. And this gives us the time to be able to do that by simply nurturing our bodies with something that's going to help us immensely from inside out.
Well, you know reach out to you and share. We'll go ahead and mail you out a sample that you try our product for 3 days. And hey, you will understand Tiffany's story. You'll understand Little Saint's story. You'll understand my story, Kathy's story, Ivy's story, Xenon's story, Money Boy, Maria. You will understand where we're coming from and why we're so passionate about what we do. Tiffany said something. I do understand the numbers. I am about the money. This is the only company that honestly I am not about the money. I'm solely about knowing that I'm a great marketer, knowing that I can push things out with an amazing group of people like all of you. I'm really about getting this out and this being a household name. And in return, we do make money. So I do. More importantly, I want to thank you, GANO Tiffany, for just being a vehicle and being a vehicle for that higher power. Because you don't know how many people you have impacted tonight. You don't know how many people you have impacted tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. So guys, please share. Take this on your social media. It's simple. Hit the damn share button. Tag 20 people. Let them hear what's going on. And again, we have some amazing products that people need, people want, and people love. So I want to thank every last one of you for joining us tonight. I know we have our Spanish call coming up here momentarily. So we're going to go ahead and set that up. Again, Tiffany, thank you so much for sharing your heart. Little Saint, thank you for sharing your heart. Cash Out Kathy, thank you for sharing your heart. Mr. Johnson, thank you for all you do, for giving yourself, for just coaching and teaching and educating. And it's a blessing to be with every last one of you out there building your legacy, building your dream, guys. We're not going to stop. Coronavirus, absolutely nothing. That means nothing. It's not like we're not going to stop. That's right. We're in everybody's house. We're going to touch your body. You know what? And it's just not ironic that GANO Tiffany had mentioned that gentleman in New York that jumped off that giant building live. And I thought about her story.
Oh, you trying to make me cry? That's what you trying to make me cry right now.
I watched the video last night, and I thought about your story. And what if that man that I heard you speak, would that have changed that man's life? That's right. Amen.
I'm gonna tell you.
Instead of calling it coronavirus, we should be calling it the GANO virus. It should be a virus for everybody.
You got it.
Let's go, GANO virus, baby.
Hey, you gotta cut me in on that one.
Oh, GANO in my cup, baby. Let's go.
Hey, James, you
keep blessing us. Share what you keep sharing with everybody because it's something that hits. You know, depression ain't no joke.
yeah.
And to be able to know that it's there, always trying to find a way to hide it.
What?
Sometimes it just don't go away, but thank you for sharing that. It's very powerful.
Well, since you brought up the building, I wanted to say to you guys, man, there's so many steps before that person actually jumps off the building. Usually, it's not usually they wake up one day and say, hey, I'm gonna jump off a building, and bam, they jump off the building. It's usually a process, and it's a psychological process, and that's where we're at. I knew before all of this, when this first started hitting, as far as when they were taking the kids out of school for the 2 weeks, and I knew if they were going to extend that, just because it was so suddenly, nobody was prepared to now be a full-time teacher. That takes a certain frame of mind. That's why we appreciate the teachers now. Okay. Stress, that mind, that breakdown of that mind is something you can conquer anything with this brain. That's why all the sports people, they tell you, all the sports people, they'll tell you it's here first. You playing some cards, some poker, they'll tell you it's here first. Everything is here first. Okay. And for me, I really did not think I was going to make it out. I really thought I was going to be that man on a video somewhere. And my family was going to have to watch that. And there was nothing I could do about it. These thoughts were so overwhelming. And then I had my spirit man telling me, nah, it's going to be okay. But then whatever it was pulling me this way. And I'm like this all day long. Every thought was, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? What about out this window? Okay. It's not just, they just jump out the window because they want some attention. It's actually a process. And the process starts here. They're mentally ill. All they got to do is get a cup of this. If they get a cup of this, their perspective will change. All you got to get is a different perspective. And I couldn't get it for 9 months. My mama tried, my daddy tried, my sisters tried, my friends tried. But this is what did it, because really was I lacking oxygen. I was lacking nutrients. My cells couldn't fire right. All this stuff that, look, I'm not a doctor or a nurse. So I don't know how it all works, but all I know is I didn't have the adequate nutrients. But with 1 cup, my perspective changed. And then I could get to the next day. And the next day I had took some sachets home. So now I got another sachet to make. And now that next day, it was a better perspective from that day. And you just build. And yeah, there were still things like Little Saint shared. There are still problems to arise. And just as fast as you think you're out of the dark place, here come another problem. So that might put you back in the pit. See? But with the GANODERMA system, you can build. You can get a little out. Okay, I can make it till tomorrow. And then you drink another cup and then you be like, okay, well, maybe today I'll smile. And then before you know it, you don't even remember. That's why sometimes it's hard to give that testimony and cry, because that's so far beyond me. I've had so many happy days now. But I'll do whatever it takes to get somebody out that blue place. If it take another 1,000 tears, I'm willing to do it, because I know what it's like to be there and really don't think you're going to come out. Nobody's going to be able to say the right thing, because they're not going to be able to say the right thing, because it's something more internal. It's something more on a cellular level. But see, then they're going to try to give you some medicine and convince you their way. Okay. And I don't want to speak against doctors, because doctors are wonderful. They do great things. But there are some doctors who want that kickback. They want that kickback on that medicine. And there's a lot of them out there. And that's the unfortunate part. I had a bad doctor that didn't care about me. He's like, how can I make the most money off of this one? And I was a guinea pig. And they was going to keep giving me whatever they wanted as long as I was willing to take it. Only thing now, I'm willing to take this. Okay? If I can't get this, I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to be like this. I got to get this. I don't know what's going to happen. I better have my GANO, because the GANO makes me happy every day. I don't care what's happening. I'm going to be good. That's why we got to get this Starbucks money. That's why that money belongs to us. We the one helping. We're the one helping. That belongs to us.
Let's go.
You know what? What I want to say, guys, is, do you have something you want to say, Earl? I know we got to get late.
The deal is that we really need to just make this a level place. People do better when they are connected. People do better when they're working towards something. And one of the things that I constantly get from my clients is, you know what, I need to feel, after this process. How we can even make that
That's right.
I think we share it, all of our lives.
Well, you know what? God bless every last one of you. Stay strong. just keep your mind right. As Gano Tiffany talking about, keep your health up, keep your body on that level where whatever's going on, it's not going to penetrate, guys. Because we got a lot of people to help out here, and you are all amazing people. And remember, God makes no jump. So always remember that God makes no jump. Nobody here was in an accident. Let's get out there. Let's change lives. Let's help people win. And I love every last one of you. Have a great night. Gano Tiffany, everybody else on the Saturday night. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Everybody's watching it later on. Drop a comment. We'll get back to you. If you're looking, if you're interested in knowing about our products, type in #replays. One of our promoters get with you and get you some partnership to you and let you try the product. Because guess what? We are all about sharing something that the world needs to know about. Have a great night. Bye-bye now.
Love you, Gano fam.
One love, one love. Okay, there we have it. You guys, that was my BIQ team, a strong team I'm on. Ever since I joined this team, man, I've been making dollars, you know. Hey, sometimes money ain't your focus, but when you got strong leaders all around you, if there's what they say, if there's 9 millionaires in the building, most likely you're gonna be the 10th one. Ever since I started getting into James energy, that money did start to flow in. Okay, before my purpose was just all about the health, and it still is and always will be. But it feels mighty good and a lot motivating. You get even more motivation when you start getting those checks every week. And then when you start doubling them, man, when they start doubling on you, you really know that, hey, you done tapped in something really great, something big. Okay, that's what I tapped into. I tapped into a hidden giant, and it came along only because I was in such a depressed place. It found me. It found me. I cried and cried. I prayed and prayed, and God brought the Gano to me. And ever since then, it's been happily sailing, you guys. Why not? Why not smile? Be happy about, I got health in my body, that I'm here today. Okay? Suicide is a real thing. It's not that they just feeling sorry for themselves. Okay? It may sometimes start off like that. It may start off like that. You know, they just feeling sorry for themselves. You know, kind of like a 2 or 3 year old, 4 year old, you know, when my life ain't when. But sometimes it's not just about being a crybaby. Sometimes it's physical. It's biological. And I know that's what mine was. It was biological. It was something going on with my body, and there was no shaking it. I kept thinking that tomorrow I'm going to sleep it off. And I kept thinking the next day I'm going to sleep it off. But I never could sleep it off. It was 9 months of crying. I done went through every family member, every friend. I went through people who didn't even like me. Shoot. I was willing to talk to them too. Shoot. Whoever talked to me. I mean, that I was just so blue. I could not see my way out of this. And then to get the doctor's medication and it tell you to jump off the dang building, it was like a scary movie all in my head, playing at all times. This scary movie telling me, this thing telling me and wanting me to figure out how I could kill myself. And none of the ways, I'm telling you, none of the ways was feasible. None of them. None of them. Not even jumping off the building. Every time I'd pull up to the building that I thought maybe I'd go to the top, I'd somehow convince myself, don't go up the stairs. Whatever you do, don't go up the stairs. So I had this warfare inside me. One part of me saying, find the tallest building. And the other part was, you know, don't go up the stairs. You know, maybe that building ain't tall enough. And that constant confusion, that brings you down. It's so many things to pull you down in life, okay? You need to have something that's going to lift you up. And if you can have a simple system with starting your morning off with good nutrients that's going to give you a positive outlook in life, okay? That's incredible. And because it's that simple, sometimes it seems unbelievable. Because I know dang well if you pull up in the Starbucks and you get the best favorite drink that you like, the caramel macchiato or yaki, whatever you order. Yeah, you might get a energy rush. You're going to get that caffeine boost, that sugar rush. But when you come down from that, you're going to be hungry, extremely hungry, okay? Because you didn't feed your body no food. That was pure caffeine and sugar, all right? So let's keep it what it is. Caffeine and sugar, all right? So when you come down from that, it's not a good release. It don't let you down nicely, all right? This is going to feed you. There is no come down. There is no come down with this. You don't have no crash. So those people who have a crash around 1 or 2, you need to try this. You are lacking nutrients. And if you continue to push your body, that's why I wish I can get it to every nurse, every doctor, the ones who don't know about it, to help them during this time. They would be the most to benefit. Having to be around all these sick people, they definitely got to build their immune system. And I'm sure they got all kinds of stuff that they do that they ain't telling us. Shoot, some of them even got the GANODERMA. I'm talking to doctors that do know about the GANODERMA and actually do take it. But they can't tell they patients that. They gonna give them prescription. They gonna keep that to themselves. See, we die from lack of knowledge. Like the Bible say, we die from lack of knowledge. If you don't know about this, you may have to do some suffering, that unneeded suffering, just because you don't know about this product. Just because you haven't been told about the good news of GANODERMA, 200 phytonutrients and 154 antioxidants in every cup. Okay? And then we got the Tongkat Ali root that just puts you so far up. I've had people that use drugs, compare it, that they've used crystal meth, they've used cocaine, they've used all kinds of things that are really bad for your body. And they get about 3-4 cups of this and they say, you know what? This is mighty fine. I feel mighty fine. I can kind of compare it to what I was feeling with the other stuff. That's how incredible this is. So if you got, you know, a teenage child or a child in college that's being drawn by the wrong forces because they just trying to figure out what's going to make them feel good because they're not feeling good in life, get them that chocolate. That don't have that much caffeine at all. That one's pretty much developed for the kids. But the adults, of course, is for us too. It's a whole system. So adults drink it just as much as the kids. But why I emphasize the kids is because this is the one that's safe enough for them to drink. I wouldn't want to just now give my kid a Tongkat Ali. Maybe it might be too strong for them when they're little, developing. Okay? So what you want to do is give them the chocolate. And our chocolate has 5 different mushrooms that's going to develop that brain and get that brain working, give it good oxygen, give all their organs that are developing, all their limbs, the proper oxygen. Okay? We got a great system here. I'm proud to say that I take GANODERMA instead of what they got out there in Western medicine. All right? I'm proud to say that I recovered from such a place because now I'm able to help other people. And if I was to go back and have to do it all over again and know I'm going to end up here, I'd do it all over again because this is the best living I've ever had. I'm telling you, I'm happy all the time. This is not fake. Yes, you have challenges. Yes, life has challenges. It's going to throw curveballs at you. But when you got something that's going to give you oxygen to your brain so you can work through the problems and not just have a nervous breakdown in front of everybody. Okay, I done seen women out at the grocery stores having nervous breakdowns. And instead of somebody trying to help them, they're going to get their video camera and videotape you. Just like that man that jumped off the building. You see, they videotaped him. That's entertainment. You don't have to be nobody's entertainment, okay? What you can do is get the GANODERMA in your system and get a new perspective on life. Start living that Gano life. This is real, you guys. I hope you hear the positive words that was given out today. I want to let you guys know I love you. If ain't nobody told you that they love you, I love you, okay? Try it today. See if it makes a difference in your life. I love it. I'm not going to stop sharing the good news of GANODERMA. All right? I think my last breath is going to be Gano. All right, you guys. One love. This is Gano Tiffany signing out. You guys have a blessed night, a great Gano night. And I'll see you mañana, if God be willing. Peace and blessings.